Hi, I'm Griffin Cataldo, and this report is coming to you from eastern Massachusetts, where the air temperature is 43 degrees tonight in the eastern part of the state, and not really going to be decreasing much tonight, as our southerly or southwesterly breeze will be more or less keeping us steady with the temps. Black sky in the buildings in the background. For your weather headlines, we will have some rain and wind for tomorrow. And the storm will allow for some warm air to flow in. So it kind of takes the rain and the wind to usher in this warm air. And because of that, we will actually be a bit warmer tomorrow than we are for today, or than we were for today. For tonight, skies will clear away. There was some cirrus clouds, a deck of cirrus clouds up in the skies today. You may have noticed them, kind of blocked out the sun, but those are on the way out. And once we headed towards sunset, that deck kind of started to break away. And the temps won't move much thanks to our breeze. And the temps will be around 37 to 42 degrees for tonight. Pretty much everyone's 42 because that breeze is anchoring us in place. The area where that may not be the case is going to be in the Pittsfield Hills, where you can kind of get some friction. The breeze is a bit less, so I do expect radiational cooling to perhaps win out in those areas. That's why the 37-degree mark will be about it for the Pittsfield Hills for tonight. For tomorrow, perhaps some sun early. Best shots before sunrise, and I also think the best shot is going to be east of Worcester for any notable sunshine. Once we get to 7 a.m. in the morning, those clouds will be filling in west of Worcester, and there may be a bit of sun in the east, and then it's kind of cloudy for pretty much everyone by 10 a.m. The Cape may hang on to a bit of sunshine a bit longer, but once we get to about 1 o'clock, everyone's clouded up, and there'll be some rain and winds for the evening and into the morning, with the temperatures 43 to 50, 49 to 53 degrees through your day tomorrow. For the winds tonight, you'll kind of see 0 to 10 inland, 5 to 10 in the eastern part of the state, 10 to 20 on the Cape. So it is a gusty night for the Cape, not so much for the eastern part of the state. I'd lean more towards the 10-mile-per-hour mark. And then for tomorrow, you're going to see some big ranges. I'd say 2 to 45 inland, and then you kind of 7 to 40 in the eastern part of the state, and then 10 to 40 on the Cape. We should be able to get some stronger winds inland versus the eastern part of the state once we head into tomorrow afternoon, and then especially once we head into tomorrow night. And that's when I'd say we may be able to get up to the 40-mile-per-hour mark. But it's not sustained winds. It's more like gusts that we're talking about. I expect sustained winds to be a bit lower than that. And like I did say, the Cape could gust up to about 40 miles per hour through the day tomorrow. And we do have this line of storms that'll be coming through, this line of rain, rather. And it'll be bringing some winds and some rain with it itself. But because the area is going to get 40-mile-per-hour winds, I'm not super concerned about this doing any damage or anything like that, this line of storms, and it really won't even be noticeable because the area will be getting 40-mile-per-hour winds as a whole. So here comes the storm, though, and it kind of comes in, I'd say, maybe a bit early in the west. That would be around 10, 11 a.m., but it kind of loses the moisture, so I don't expect it to advance too far east. It'll kind of move up to the north and not really be able to advance much to the east. The majority of the first batch of rain and moisture should stay to the north, and then here comes the rain for 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock into the city. I'd say around 8 or 9, and then it kind of continues, and that's why I think now versus maybe yesterday, I think the east will actually get a bit more rainfall, perhaps, compared to the west, because we'll actually be hanging on to the rain for a bit longer. You can see how that rain continues, and it's kind of going to segment it off a little bit. It's kind of going to create these little rain pockets, this model here, but I don't really agree with that. I think it's going to be kind of this steady, continued rain throughout the evening, and it'll be kind of significant, heavy rain compared to what we've had with our past storms, and this rain will be continuing, I'd say, till 10, 11 a.m. in the morning, at least on the Cape. It may get over with at 8 or 9 in the city of Boston, and then it's kind of a cloudy day once we talk about Thursday, and there may be some rain that would be in the form of sprinkles by the time we talk about that day. Pittsfield Hills, we're going to be pretty windy, so I did say earlier, well, they may actually get a bit more noticeable winds from that line of storms. Not super concerned about it now, though, because it does look like the pressure gradient's going to tighten up, so everybody's pretty windy for tomorrow and the rain. You get the idea. Not super pleasant. And it is going to drop about an inch of rain. More of that rain will be in the east, like I said, because I think we're going to have that rain for a bit longer. So not so much in the west. For the next 7 days, it's clouds early tomorrow, perhaps that bit of sun early, but it's not much and it's not for long. And there'll be some rain and thunder at night. That could pop off a little bit of thunder as we will have some decent lifting going on. So keep an eye out for that. Otherwise, 53 degrees, nice and warm because we're bringing in that warm breeze thanks to our storm. 54 on Thursday, cloudy, partly cloudy for Friday, 43, 41 Saturday. Then take a look. Sunday back down to 38, but it's not long. By Tuesday, we're back up to 47 degrees, partly cloudy skies. That's my latest forecast right now. I'll be back with another update tomorrow. Have a fantastic rest of your night.